person they're talking to not doing what they want. I mean, it effectively is like getting a gun out in negotiations and pointing it at your own head and saying, ha ha ha, give us what we want or we will blow our own brains out. I could be wrong. Maybe this is not a message to Brussels that says we will be living on spam and umbongo if you don't know what we want. I'll read on. It's a masterpiece, this story. Theresa May has ordered no-deal planning to step up, with the government poised to start unveiling some of the 300 contingency measures in the coming weeks. Theresa May and her cabinet have drawn up plans to stockpile processed food in the event of a no-deal Brexit. So, no deal is better than a bad deal, but no deal involves stockpiling processed food. What the hell would a bad deal involve? Also, they need us more than we need them, although we now need to start stockpiling spam and umbongo. At last week's Chequers summit, Brexiteer ministers demanded more be done to prepare for Britain leaving the EU without a new arrangement in place. There's a typo in my copy here, but I'll sub-edit that out. The Sun can reveal that includes emergency measures to keep Britain's massive food and drinks industry afloat. The Sun can reveal that a no-deal Brexit would threaten the survival of Britain's massive food and drinks industry. How can people write this stuff so dishonestly? It's quite spectacular. I know the foot soldiers are generally only following orders, but at some point surely dignity has to intervene and you say, I can't write a story pretending this is good news. This is literally about the entire nation stockpiling spam and umbongo because the free flow of goods, 97% of which comes from the European Union, is going to be compromised and possibly curtailed. That's where the numbers come from. More than £22 billion worth of processed food and drinks are imported into the UK. 97% from the EU in an industry that keeps 400,000 workers employed in the UK. It gets worse, guys. Similar stockpiles are also being prepared for medical supplies amid fears of chaos at British ports next year. But when we told you there'd be chaos at British ports next year, you said that was Project Fear, Mr. Editor of The Sun, but for whom the phone lines are always open, have been ever since he accused me of all manner of foul calumnies and exaggerations. 0345 6060973 is the number Captain Snowflake needs to ring and improve. He's not a coward. So, we're stockpiling medical supplies amid fears of chaos at British ports next year. There are two things have happened today. The Sun, which is the largest cheerleader for Brexit, has essentially acknowledged that there could be chaos at British ports next year and that we need to stockpile spam and umbongo in order to be able to keep eating in the event of a no-deal Brexit, while pretending still, so low is the opinion they hold of their readers, in such contempt do they hold their own audience, the people who pay their wages, that they think they can serve up this sort of nonsense as somehow being a positive. And the second thing that's happened today is possibly even more remarkable. Priti Patel, a former minister, of course, has said it doesn't matter anymore whether Brexit is good or bad, or it doesn't. We need to stop arguing about whether Brexit is a bad idea and just get on with it. Now, I told you this was going to happen, but I didn't quite believe it would happen so crassly. For prominent Brexiters to say, look, let's not argue about whether it's a bad idea anymore, which is kind of admitting that it's a really bad idea, because if you could win that argument, you would have done. So let's stop talking about what a bad idea it is and just press on with delivering it, because we have to. Let's stop arguing about whether or not we should have a parachute before we jump out of this plane and just jump out of the plane, because it's the will of the people. Those are the two things today. Priti Patel and The Sun in perfect harmony to highlight the weapons-grade hypocrisy that has now swept the nation. Similar stockpiles are being prepared for medical supplies amid fears of chaos at British ports next year, but that's Project Fear. The plan is aimed at keeping Britain's food and drinks industry afloat through stockpiling after exit day on 29th of March 2019. Imagine that on the side of a bus. Vote Brexit and hopefully we can keep the food and drinks industry afloat. Vote Brexit to hopefully stay afloat by stockpiling spam, gammon and umbongo. 03456060973 if you want to, I don't know what you want to do today. Dilute the levels of my disbelief would be a start. Brexit Department insiders also claim plans have also been war-gamed to ease pressure on Calais, including importing and exporting more goods through Holland, Belgium and directly from Spain. Last week, Downing Street said no deal preparation work is to be stepped up and led by new Brexit Secretary Dominic Raab. So, I mean, this means that we've got, the problem is at our ports. So we're going to alleviate a problem at our ports by setting sail from Belgium, Holland and Spain. Where do you think they're going to land these boats, you complete cretins? What, are they some magical new port? At the top of the faraway tree? Narnia, we're going to open a new port called Narnia. It's all ready to go. All we have to do is the Hogwarts port. Hogports. That's what we're going to do. This is in a national newspaper. Yesterday, the Cabinet newbie briefed fellow ministers on measures Britain is taking, with number 10 saying it's sensible to make preparations for all scenarios, and that includes no deal. With trade talks due to recommence in Brussels next week, a Whitehall source said preparations for no deal are actually much further down the line than people realise, and we'll be making that clear in the coming weeks. So there's the article. Here's a tweet from the bloke that wrote it. Sneer, sneer, sneer. 400,000 Brits rely on processed food industry for a job, and James, who earns 10 times most of them, I presume he means 10 times more than most of them, wants you to laugh at sensible measures put in place to protect them. I don't want you to laugh. I want you to scream and shout at the people who have created a scenario that sees the government planning to stockpile food. But this is the character, this is the child that wrote the story. The level of delusion and befuddlement now is, I mean, it's institutional. It's so entrenched. I don't know how you get out of this. This child has written a story stating that the government is drawing up secret plans to stockpile processed food, and he's trying to sell it to his readers as positive spin for the government that is creating precisely the situation that entails the necessity of stockpiling spam and dumbongo. Do you know, of all the times I've said to you in the last couple of years, give me a ring and just pull my pants down. Seriously, expose my idiocy. Give me a quick lesson in what I've missed here. I don't think I've ever meant it quite as much as I do today. Hit the numbers now. You know how it works. 0345 6060973 is the number that you need. Give me a heads up on what's happening in your world. Will you, for example, as a fully paid up member of the extremist fringe, will you be quite happy to see rationing come back as long as your ration book is blue? That possibly will be the next big article published in The Sun about how the government is preparing for a no-deal Brexit by giving us blue ration books to go with our blue passports. 0345 6060973. It's not funny, actually, is it?
This is LBC.
Lay it down, let me see your hand. Show me what you got. You're always talking, but you're not playing. It doesn't match your face. Gotta find my way away from this place. Can you take me now? I want it real. Are you afraid of me now? Are you afraid of me now? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel that I can see your soul? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel the beat in your heart? I want it real. Run away with me now. I want it real. Run away.